I'm learning like a lot of life as I'm growing older. I'm learning is like mindset, right? It's mindset shifts in life and like learning to make it your mindset, even though if it really you want to fight against it, but you have to really like practice it. And I feel like that's a lot of what we talk about in dementia care, about looking what is still present, not what is lost, and different things like that we talk about mindset shifts. And I feel like
Right.
a lot of that is changing how we look at our mental health and what we can do every day, and how we let things kind of affect us, and what we will take in or take on.
That's really the core of mindfulness, and I'll say it feels a little abstract if you haven't practiced mindfulness before. It can feel kind of hard to imagine, and it is a journey to get there. It's something that takes sustained practice over time to really feel like, oh, I understand this now. I see how it's affecting me and my life and my reactions. But it is really at its core about shifting your perspective to be more of a neutral observer. You're and more in the present moment rather than rewinding, watching the tape on repeat, or anticipating what's going to happen next. And it's not about seeking a state of happiness. It's about accepting where you are in the present moment. It doesn't mean you have to agree with it. That's the difference that I think really is a helpful unlock for people. And where I notice in working with people over the years on this, who are in really problematic situations, right? Like really in hard circumstances that they think shouldn't be that way, where they feel like I should get more help for this, or these things should be paid for, all the shoulds, essentially.
Yeah.
It's not denying the, truth of those issues, but it is accepting that those are the present circumstances of your life in the moment. It doesn't mean you aren't trying to change some of those things. But it's really being in the present moment with it. And it's once you can get there, it is this enormous unlock that lets you still, have goals, work towards them, try to improve your circumstances, but do it in a way where you just feel calmer in the process, and more at ease with the shifts and changes around you. So there's a letting go that happens, and it is really a journey to go on. And you can approach it with practice, and that's really where you get the benefit. That what I mean there is actually practicing guided meditation. You can also learn about the theory around it, and there are a lot of books. You can listen to audiobooks by mindfulness writers, popular writers as well. They will help you understand kind of the principles and theory, which you can be doing other things and listening to this. I think that's a nice warm up just to start to understand the concepts. And it gets back to that just layer. You can listen to things while you're having to do other tasks around the house, right? And so finding these opportunities to integrate it can be really helpful. I also find for people that aren't quite ready to just sit down and close your eyes and listen to someone telling you to, focus on your breath, if that feels a little too weird for you, starting with listening to some wind down exercises at
Right.
night when you go to bed can also be a really helpful way of just starting to practice. It can also be just as simple as starting to, focus on your breath.